So you want to write better Python code, right? I mean, code that's not just working, but is actually clean, efficient, and, really Pythonic. Well, those clunky for loops can really get in the way. Today, we're going to fix that.
I bet you've written code that looks exactly like this. You've got a list, you make a new empty list, you loop through the first one, do something, and append it to the new one. And look, it works, right? No doubt. But it takes 4 lines to do one simple thing. It just feels a little clunky. Trust me, there is a much, much better way.
And the good news? We can make this so much better. We are absolutely going to refactor this and turn it from something clunky into something that's elegant and, honestly, pretty powerful. And how are we going to do it? With just 3 incredibly useful built-in functions that are seriously going to change the way you write your code. Think of them as power-ups. You ready to grab them? All right, first up is our first power-up, map function. I love to call this one the transformer because, well, that's its whole job, to transform your data from one thing into another. So what does it actually do? At its core, map does something really simple, but wow, is it powerful. It takes a function and a list, and it just applies that function to every single item for you. No more writing the loop, no more appending, it just handles the work. And here it is. This is the aha moment. On the left, you've got that classic 4-line for loop just to square some numbers. But look at the right. We do the exact same thing with map in one single, beautiful line. It's not just shorter, it's so much clearer. You're just saying, map this function across this list. Done. Okay, let's grab our second power-up. This one is filter, and I like to call it the gatekeeper. Its job isn't to change your items, but to decide which ones even get to pass through. Yeah, think of filter like a bouncer at a club for your data. It builds a new list, but it only lets in the items from your original list that pass a test you give it. Basically, the ones that make your function return true. And the difference here is just, wow. To get only the even numbers, the old way needs a for loop, and then an if statement stuck inside. But the filter way, it's just one clean line that says exactly what it's doing. Filtering these numbers with an is-even test. It's so much more direct, isn't it? And now, for our final power-up, and you could argue it's the most powerful of them all, reduce. This one is the condenser. Its whole purpose in life is to take a big list of items and just boil it all down to a single final answer. So how does it condense a whole list? Reduce works cumulatively. It takes the first 2 items, combines them, gets a result, and then combines that result with the next item. And it just keeps doing that over and over until there's only one value left. Okay, let's walk through that because it can feel a little tricky at first. Imagine you're just adding a list of numbers. Reduce grabs the first 2 numbers and adds them. Cool. Then it takes that sum and adds the 3rd number to it. Then it takes that new sum and adds the 4th number. See? It just keeps rolling that result forward, step by step, until it runs out of numbers. And look at that. The contrast is just fantastic. On the left, to get a sum, you have to create a variable, an accumulator, and then loop through and keep updating it. But on the right, reduce handles all of that logic for us. One clean statement. It's the ultimate condenser. So there you have it. You've just unlocked 3 new superpowers for your Python toolkit. Let's pull them all together into a handy little cheat sheet so you know exactly which tool to grab for the job. This really makes it simple. Do you need to transform every single item, like giving everything in a shopping cart a discount? Use map. Do you need to select only certain items that meet a condition, like finding all users over 18? That's a job for filter. And if you need to condense an entire list down to one answer, like the total price of an order, you guessed it, you use reduce. Transform, select, condense. That's all you got to remember. So now it's your turn. I want you to think about the code you're working on right now. Go look at those for loops. Now that you have these new superpowers in your back pocket, which one are you going to refactor first?